Welcome to About a Song with Smith and Calvert,
a 12-episode weekly video podcast where we play one of our songs, talk about how it was written, songwriting, and life.
Hope you enjoy.
A glowing ember in a dying fire, the softest voice in an unknown choir, a backwards feather on a broken wing, a sad bird still sing, sad bird still sing. A smoke from the ashes rise, burn away your grand disguise, glory in what you've always been. Rise, be yourself again. Warble sweet and low, fly high, burn slow. Out along the horizon, sing your song to the silence. Pull yourself from the cold, touch the fire, let it take hold. Waiting for a spark, tears on a fiery heart, restless in the great unknown. Fight the pull of home, fight the pull of home. You are more than skin and bone. From your lips sing freedom song. Leave your worries one by one. Burn brighter than the sun. Warble sweet and low, fly high, burn slow. Out along the horizon, sing your song to the silence. Pull yourself from the cold, touch the fire, let it take hold.
Hi, this is Michael Smith.
And my name is Leah Calvert. Welcome to the 5th episode of About a Song.
So the song we did today is Burn Slow, but before we talk about it,
We're going to talk about wine. I brought Chateau Cantelotet. It's a Bordeaux. I picked it because I actually picked it because I was like, well, it's funny that one of the references was topsoil when they described the flavor. And I taste that. I mean,
yeah, it's there's not that much to it.
Wayfish.
A little thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missing. Lacking.
It's missing something. I feel this about French wines a lot. You're supposed to love French. French wines are always thought to be the best, and I never find them that I love for some reason. You need to keep trying.
I think there's
bringing
like a whole...
French wines and find one to convert me into a lover of French wines.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of that's in your head because you have like a kind of an American, like a big American mentality about drinking.
Well, that could be true.
Just kidding.
It's very possible. Okay, enough about
tune. What's the tune?
Yeah, so Burn Slow. So this song, I guess I was the primary writer, but it was kind of a funny, interesting story that I have a cousin named Brittany, and she's super cool, super smart. She's younger than me. Her family moved out to Texas, so she lived in Austin and went to Texas A&M, and she's super outdoorsy. She's like goes hunting all the time, like bow hunting for boars, like she's hardcore, right?
Yeah.
But she's kind of funny that like she always surprises me. We grew up seeing each other a lot, and I've always sang around our family and played music around our family. It's something I always do, and she never kind of sang or anything. And then like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, she put something on Facebook or something with her singing a song. I was like, oh my gosh, she has a beautiful voice. And before that, I didn't realize she was an artist. I'd never seen anything she'd done, and all of a sudden she starts putting all this gorgeous artwork that she did. And it was just killer. Still is. She does all this beautiful artwork stuff. And so about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, she did a photo shoot and put some pictures up, and she had this, she put some poetry or lyrics in it that were just like blowout cool. And I wrote her, and I was like, hey, what song is this? I want to hear this. The lyrics you put on this are killer. And she was like, I wrote that. And I was really kind of blown away. Mm-hmm. So we ended up I wrote her back and I said, well, do you have some stuff I'd like to try? I've been writing a lot of songs. Let me see what you have. And she sent me some stuff back, and we made 2 songs from her ideas. And they weren't huge. It wasn't a full song, but they were these very poetic, beautiful, and very her lines that we turned into song. And this is one of them. So this one is the second song we wrote. We'll do another one a couple of episodes from now. But this song, the lines she had was a glowing ember in a dying fire.
Glowing ember in a dying fire.
The softest voice in
in
an unknown choir. A backwards feather on a broken wing. Sad birds still sing. And then warble sweet and low. Fly high, burn slow. Roost along the horizon. Sing your song to the silence. They're just super cool lyrics and very like outdoorsy. All the stuff she talks about are like, it's nature oriented. It's a lot of animals and personification of animals. I also wrote her back and I said, I was like, well, like, what were you thinking with this stuff? And she was like, well, it's all a lot of same thematic stuff. I was away from home and I was kind of fighting this. I wanted to kind of come back home. I was feeling homesick. So anyway, these were the ideas that she had from that. And so, I was originally thought I was going to try to write with her, but she's so crazy busy. She's like, when I was sitting down to write this song, she was in Utah with no Wi-Fi, camping somewhere, and then the next year COVID happened. She's a nurse, and so she's just been slammed last year. So I ended up bringing it up to you, and we wrote this song and the other one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there were not many complications with us kind of taking that and converting it into something we could do.
Now, the beauty of both of her songs, this one and the other one we did, but this one was, when I read them, they were so musical. They almost had a cadence to them already, and it was really easy, especially for the first part of it. Like the first verse of it, to me, to turn into a song was pretty simple.
Yeah, I think the only thing we took out was Roost, just because that was like, I was really trying to inculcate the words that she sang and kind of find something in myself that could relate. So
this is an interesting thing that happens, and this is like us trying to grow. Like, we originally do that, and obviously this song, if you just listen to it, it was kind of it's from a female perspective. I felt, and it made sense for a girl to sing. So see, Leah was going to sing it, but the words and stuff are just not something that you would say. Mm-mm. And like, as performers and singers, like, you're always trying to feel you're being authentic and real about things. And so, like, saying the word warble and roost And a lot of the stuff, or even her stuff, it was just not things that would come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And so at first we sort of fought that a little bit, and we're going to change it.
Yeah.
And then we end up going back and being like, you know what? It's real. She wrote it. What she wrote was meaningful, and that's what was captivating.
Yeah.
So let's just try to keep it all. The only thing we got rid of was the word roost, because you couldn't really sing it easily, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe it didn't have a good connotation. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think from one artist to another, I mean, it's our duty to kind of pay respect to what she's written. At the same time, we want to represent it as honestly as we can. I was thinking, what was that I was just thinking of when you said that? Dang. Oh, well, either way, I mean, I think that we were able to do that pretty authentically. We did change some of what you would probably naturally think. That we complicated the melody a little bit to just add some tension musically. But
yeah, and I wrote of the melody of the verse, and I had written other parts for the chorus and even what you think of as the pre-chorus. Mm-hmm. But I didn't love it. You took the pre-chorus and kind of rewrote that, the warble sweet and low, mm-hmm. and broke that up. It was very nice.
Yeah. I remember what I was going to say. So it's funny. I think sometimes for me, especially, I come to, when I hear songs like that use words like warble, I've not tried to eschew all the bluegrass in me, but something about that, I was like, I don't want to sing that. I don't relate to a lot of bluegrass lyrics a lot of times. Like, they seem trivial, or they don't seem like there's something about it that is just in me. That's not, so you're trying to push that sort of thing that you've done away.
You're trying not to be that.
You're trying not to be the thing that you were.
You're trying to separate this from what you were.
Yeah, speaking of growth, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to move forward, and you're like, well, I don't want to sing warble, because that makes me... That's
country
me.
Sounding.
That's country.
I don't want to be roost.
Yeah, I don't want. It's like that sounds like a chicken. You know, I don't want to be that. And so you kind of have to push yourself. It's a good lesson in kind of pushing your own ego aside when you're bringing in something of somebody else, because you there's no need to judge. Like, it is how she feels, and to be able to take that, if you can just find the tiniest thread of connection, then you can start to really be a conduit for her lyric.